Actually, I'm going to have a look at that. I apologize. First of all, for every sergeant, commander, or ranking member of this department who's at their position, I believe through your career you've earned that position, and I applaud you for it. I don't say anything negative about you. I applaud you for it. What I don't like is that when we see the staffing shortages in the jail, we see the staffing shortages in patrol, every time there's a vacancy, we promote. And I know there are deputies that want to get promoted. I know there are sergeants that want to get promoted. I know you want to get promoted. I do. But if you can't continue to hire deputies, you just create a greater problem for the jail, for patrol. I've been informed that currently, you know, our ratio with deputies and supervisors has exceeded post standards. That tells us something. I don't believe that when we have staffing shortages, when we have vacancies, that we always have to fill them. The deputies today in the jail and in patrol, you've been continually asked to do more. You're asked to do more, you're asked to do more, you're asked to do more with what? With less. Less. You look at any patrol division, patrol, the jail, any division, any bureau, whatever, we're short. Are we short supervisors? No, we're not. We're not. I see it as a problem. When I become the sheriff, and there will be a change of administrations, those positions that are vacated by movement will remain vacant. My goal is to go to the county and try to ensure that that money stays in our budget for deputy positions. I will leave the command staff positions vacant. From what I understand, our economy is supposed to be rough for the next 12 to 18 months, and they'll remain vacant until our economy turns around. I look at the estimate of saving with those vacant positions, and I am going to eliminate the one deputy chief's position, and that's going to save us, I estimate, about $1.1 to $1.2 million. And my goal is to take that money straight for deputy positions, and we'll figure out how many we need to put in the jail, how many we need to put in patrol, and we move from there. I do believe it's a problem. Every time there's a vacancy, and again, I know there are people that want to get promoted. We can't continue to fill command staff positions if we don't have bodies coming in patrol or the jail to backfill. It just creates a greater problem. And I don't have to tell you that. You guys know how short you are. So that's my deal. That's my issue on as far as the command staff. As far as the cut, are you talking about my position or everyone? I don't understand. I'm not sure of that.
Across the board.
Okay. Well, voluntarily, I would tell you for the deputies of the sheriff's department, I'd say no. I would not. I don't have any control over that. I mean, that's something the union would work out. But my position would be no. It would be no. Because if you take a 10% cut, we all know, if you take a 10% cut, times get bad, you fight for a new contract, what happens? You're just getting that 10% back. I don't think that's right. But what scares me also about the 10% cut is that, a voluntary cut is that, I look at other areas of the state, I believe that their economies are going to turn around a lot quicker than ours will. We've had a huge hit in revenues through property taxes. I don't think the housing values in our area are going to go up as quickly as they will. I think the other areas of the state, their economy and businesses, they will thrive as time goes on much quicker. And what I hate to see is some of our young deputies saying, you know what, I took a 10% pay cut, I can just go work someplace else and make more. That's what scares me about that. As sheriff, if it's a mandated cut, I would absolutely support the association and say no, I wouldn't do that. I don't believe that, and basically that's based on what I've just told you today. 10% cut for myself, and I've made it very clear to myself, to everyone that I've spoken with, as sheriff, I'll take a 10% cut. I don't need to be asked or anything. My plan is to go to the board when I'm sheriff, says, you know what, I'll take a 10% cut, with one caveat. Of course, everyone's ears raised up, says, oh, what's the plan is? That plan is that whatever that cut comes out to will be kept in our budget for training equipment for deputies. That's what I want to do with that money. I don't want to just give it up and goes away and gives it to someone else. I don't want that to happen. If the county, which sometimes they have a tendency to do, is move money around. If I get a sense of that, I won't take a pay cut. But I've also said that I will make available to the Deputy Sheriff's Association, and I will give them an itemized list of what is equal to 10% of my salary that I will pay for out of my own pocket for equipment for you or for any training that employees need to go to. That's my commitment. I'm not in this for money. I'm not in this for money. I'm not in this for stars. I'm not in this for any of that stuff. I believe you need new leadership and you need a new sheriff, and that's why I'm doing it.
Thank you very much. If there's anything else you'd like to add in closing?
Sure. Again, it's great to see all of you tonight. It really is. And I can't tell you how much I've missed you. I miss seeing you on a daily basis. I miss talking to you. I really do. I've said earlier, they asked about the DSA endorsement. You are the holy grail of endorsements when it comes to this job. People will listen to you. I can say whatever I want, and I can say all this stuff. Oh, by the way, the men and women of the Sheriff's Office are supporting me. That speaks volumes. That's how crucial and important you are. You have three choices tonight. You have three choices. You have one candidate, with all due respect, doesn't know you. He's never worked here, doesn't know what our issues are, doesn't know what your issues are. He's not been in law enforcement for 7 years. I've been very disappointed that he decided to run for sheriff just 1 month ago. It gives me a great sense of pause as to his commitment to being your sheriff. And then we come to the current sheriff. The current sheriff is in this for the current sheriff. I don't like to throw anyone under the bus. I don't like to say anything negative, but the current sheriff has lost sight of what his goals and responsibilities are. His responsibilities are to the community and to you, first and foremost. Yeah, I think over the last 7 years we've seen a great deal of wasteful spending towards events, cars, names on things, etc. I'm not about any of that. I do not need my name on a car or a van. I don't need my portrait in the lobby. I sure as hell don't need 5 stars. I don't need that. That's not what I'm in this for. I'm in this job to work with you. I'm not going to be at the corner office saying I'm going to make all decisions, because you know what? I go from the philosophy that, you know what, I'm not the sharpest pencil in the box. And when you go with that philosophy, you always maintain a sense that, you know, you need to include people. And I believe in inclusion. I believe in team. It may sound melodramatic or anything, but I do believe in team. I'm not going to solve the problems of the sheriff's office on my own. All of you are going to help me do it. And that's what's going to happen, and that's what I want. I want to thank you very much for your time. I hope in this very short time I was able to give you some answers about what I'm about. I hope you'll consider endorsing me to be your next sheriff. You won't be proud of it, and at the end of the day, at the end of my reign as your sheriff, all I hope to hear from you is, hey, you're a good sheriff. That's all I want. On a side note, I know that there were prepared questions. I'd be happy to make myself available on an informal basis if anyone has any questions for me. It's great seeing you. Thank you very much. Good night.